Can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fear in the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them, they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too, cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
At Big Bird Transportation Service, we specialize in safe, fast, and dependable delivery transportation for businesses and individuals. Whether you're sending a small package across town or need scheduled deliveries for your company, we're here to make sure your items arrive on time, every time. Our team is committed to providing efficient logistics solutions with a personal touch. With a fleet of well-maintained vehicles and experienced drivers, we handle every delivery with care, from pickup to drop-off. Why choose Big Bird? On-demand and scheduled deliveries. Local and regional coverage. Secure and professional handling. Customer-first service. Call us today at 929-329-9938 and let Big Bird take your deliveries to the next level.
Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
Don't worry. You gotta get bicycle man, you gotta get minibus man, you gotta get Lambo. Good night and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshaw. We are gonna rock and roll until you say we can't rock and roll anymore. I know it's Friday, and they say Thank God it's Friday, right? It's Friday night. How are we going to rock and roll tonight? And we got lots and lots of things to talk about. Those of you who are in Guyana, I hope your light is on because GPL is a failure. Almost everything in Guyana is a failure. And then they have some other folks who'll inbox me to say, why are you always saying that Guyana is a failure? Everything is failure. Is that patriotism? Oh, it is more than patriotism because we want better days. We want better things in Guyana. And you've got to fight for better things. You've got to talk about these things. You've got to expose these things. What do you want to take it and put it in the pie? I bet a lot of you don't know what pie is. They can put it in a pie. That's what you want to be do. And cover up. But when the PNC was in office, hey, oh man, mama, I'm talking about in the Boredom days, you would swear to God that there's some sort of starvation in Guyana and all these different things. How they make them look by, hey, I'll be a starving Guyana by, I'll be not get nothing to eat. By you hungry? Right? There were lots and lots of things to eat, things in abundance, and good things too, quality things too. Back in those days, those fish from Kilmarnock, if I from the area, Kilmarnock, y'all know Uncle Yakub, right? Uncle Yakub Pond and other ponds and so forth. I go back down, who now go water side, you kick a catamaran and thing. Right. I'm sorry. Tonight is not just country night. So some of you who may not understand, I might say, what is Mark saying? You know, but I can understand. I can understand. Right. But back in those days, the pumpkin used to taste nice. The bore used to taste nice. Me not like baigan. Me not baigan. Me not like balanje. Me not like baigan choker. I'll be honest with you. Since a little child, I never liked baigan choker. Never like baigan choker. All right, it's Friday, so we gotta talk, and we gotta expose the corrupt PPP regime, and we gotta tell it like it is. Lots and lots of problems in Guyana. And that is why I say PPP Deh Pon, and then I wink, right? I don't want to spell it out to you, but you are big, you understand, y'all know what's going on, especially those who, sometimes some people just get a little thing when I talk, there's inbox, either me or they'll inbox other people. And why is Benchap always talking about, for those of you who out of Guyana for over 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, all kind of things, and these sort of things. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That is just what it is. And so, some people they call you, they message you, you tell them you're on air, and they're still proceeding with all day you're there wrong. All day you're there wrong, right, Lyndon Prince and others? All day you're there wrong. And they don't have time with you. They just wait until you're ready to go on the air. And suddenly you become important to them. They're calling you, they're ringing you down. And then guess what they call and ring you down for? Ask you where you're going. I'll be at some oldies in Brooklyn, and I'll be waltzing tonight. I'm gone up there, man. I hardly go to parties. I hardly go and hang out. I hardly shop. Just one shot and pans all day and night. All right, so I know something personal. I tell you about my life, right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, forget about that. Rosie Rose Jeff, right? Rosie Rose Jeff. People come here with all sorts of names, but Rosie Rose Jeff is a fighter. And let me say goodnight to all of you fighting, the fighting spirit that you have out there. And when I talk about that fighting spirit, sometimes y'all know I just get up, right? And ready to preach to you. All right, so back to the pie. Up to now, nobody can tell me where's pie, Nobody, absolutely no one told me where's pie. So they want you to take on push on your pie, right? And cover up all sorts of things that's happening in Guyana. No. We're not going to cover up who bombs raised, this body bombs got raised, the body bombs got raised. So you're getting costs all over, so to speak, because people bombs raised. Guyana has become, and I gotta start printing some t-shirts, some good t-shirts, and put bumps raised, right? Because, you know, I don't know, man. I just don't know what to say to you guys. It's like people are sitting on eggs. You can no longer be objective. You can no longer take a side without all sort of things. Guyana is strange. It's really, really strange. So when I say that the country is corrupt under the PPP regime, I really do mean that. You know, I really do mean that. Pai. You know, somebody said something bottle, but no, that's not it. Pai. You tell me up to now, nobody. If none of you can tell me what pai is, I'm not going to move on with tonight's show. Conan Marshall, forget about him. He all win Linden, man. He would never put my snake my last dollar on the block that Conan Marshall never. He and none of the highlighters would know what pai is. None of you. Um, Conan Marshall and the crew. They wouldn't even know what pi is. Conan is watching us tonight. Good night, Conan. Um, Deborah Sharona Lynch is talking about my tie. No, pi. Good night, pi. I don't know a pie. All right, let's move on, man. Somebody gonna get it, and somebody's gonna get it right. Even Civic, I expected Civic to know what pie is. Civic and I don't know what pie. Oh, Civic na know what pie. Why? Civic na know what pie. No, I don't know what pie. Well, if I don't know what pie, let's move on to tonight's program. My name is Mark Benchop. We're gonna rock and roll. Notice folks are busy. They got their other life programs and so forth, and that's all right. Do them thing. Miss Lamy, how are you? Savitri says she never heard about Pai. Well, something wrong, Savitri. Something wrong if you never heard about Pai. Somebody's going to find out what's Pai. And then we're going to continue that later on. But here is what's happening in Guyana, right? Beautiful Guyana. Beautiful Guyana. Well, forget about who care about Lamborghini and who, and you know, I do think, and I honestly do think that Jack Dio should get a Lamborghini. Um, those are not my type of cars, mind you. I'm more conservatives, as you can see. I like the conservative looking stuff. So Lamborghini and thing, they got their people, but not me, man, not my style. And even if I had sufficient money, for me, right, I wouldn't get a Lamborghini. But Jack, there we have decided here on 107.1 FM. And by the way, it's not Priya doing the delivery, so please let's not go that route, and nobody should be able to say who it is. But we have decided at 107.1 FM to deliver a Lamborghini to Barra Jack Teo, and we have asked someone, again, do not call names because we are not in that business here, and so we have decided Florence Scott is correct. Florence Scott is correct. Florence Scott knows what pi is. Florence Scott, and you guys thought I was just talking off the top of my head, right? Florence Scott has things. So now look right off the bat. Let me see. That man should not be allowed to own radio station. That man can incite racial disturbance. Arthur Suklal is talking about that man. Well, he couldn't be talking about Barra Jack Dale while he said that man, because Barra obviously couldn't. So you see, I guess he's talking about me because I own a radio station in Guyana, right? And I'm glad that he has recognized that I am a man, which is, of course, cannot be questioned. But yeah. So Arthur Sukai now is saying that man, he can incite, right? Incite, INSIGHT, incite. Now, not everybody could read and write properly, you know, not everybody can spell properly. And so I'm not going to knock Arthur Sukai for that. I'm not going to knock him for that. Incite. Right. Anyways, the bumps raising. bumps raising, and then there's another look. This one here, I mean, you ain't even done yet. This one said, Mark, you're something jealous. Maybe we should donate a Lamborghini to you. No, I don't. Like I said, even if I get Lamborghini money, me buy no Lamborghini. Me want no Lamborghini. Why should I be jealous? Other people's stuff, oh, man. Oh man, y'all and this dotishness, but who jealous? And who jealous and who y'all gotta grow up with these sort of things, man. People jealous of people, man. Oh man. Oh, that thing get they kind of people. So I don't want any Lamborghini. What you gonna do with Lamborghini? And these days, like you can't talk, you're jealous, you're bitter. Well, Philip Edgel, you see, it's probably Bishop Edgel, that Bishop Edgel, either um, um, somebody for them, them Edgels and them side of the Edgels there. So suddenly you're jealous, you're bitter. You can't have a proper conversation. You just can't these days. Bumps raise again. So Soku bumps raise, and Philip Edgel now he bumps raise too. He's saying I jealous. He never wait for me to hand over the Lamborghini to Jack Dio, and he bumps done raise. So I jealous. Right? I'm jealous. There's a talk, and when big men, or assuming that he's a man, when they get to that level of discourse, sometimes you gotta wonder. So suddenly, no, me jealous. I jealous. I jealous. Now, Yalin, don't go there. Don't go there. So what am I jealous about? A Lamborghini? Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on. Don't tell me don't go there. We're not going to take any distraction and them sort of things at tonight. So let's keep an eye on where next he goes, because we know where Soku or Sokai, we know where he's going. Definitely he's going. Y'all know where he's going because he bumps raised the wrong way. His bumps raised the wrong way. And, count 1 to 3, guys. Count 1 to 3. All right. Thanks, Lemon. Y'all know what just happened there, right? Right. It's Friday night. So we are going to deliver a Lamborghini to Barajactio. And so somebody tag Barajactio and let him know we are going to donate something to him. Another person said they're obsessed over the man, material things. They're obsessed over rich man. Rich man. Okay. All right. Okay. Obsessed. So let me. I don't get involved in them on the personal war, but let me say this tonight. I want to thank all of you who have made this a possibility. And Barra Jack Deere, somebody tag him, please. Somebody tag him and let him know that we have a gift for him tonight. And please do not call anybody's names that we don't. Nobody is Priya and these sort of things. We're asking you guys ahead of time. But let's get back to the word pai. Some of you have gotten it, which is good. And let me see what Philmani is saying, that she, and good night to you, Philmani Bihari, break, is saying that she says, I grew up knowing about pei, also known as jori, to keep your money. It is pai, actually, pai, yes, that's what it, that your grandmother used that, especially those who sell in the market, especially, yeah. So those who sell in the market, they would walk around something like a handkerchief, like, right, and you open it and you put your money inside and you knot it back, and then you push it down back at your waist or wherever you put it. It's called pai. Hey, wait, pai there, right? Take your money out your pai. So yes, some of you do know it, and I'm not sure that the younger generation will know what pai is. So, and especially I didn't expect Conan Marshall to know what pai is. I would have been surprised. But pai, yes, is like a little handkerchief thing. You take and you put your money inside and you knot them back and you think, and so you call them pai. So you learned something tonight. Pai. Pai. Even Rajan Bim didn't even know that why. Pai. All right. So get ready. We have a Lamborghini we're going to deliver to Barajacte. So let us sing as we get ready to go in front of Freedom House to deliver this gift to Barajacte. Because since everything is about distraction, we might as well have a light night, right? Guyana is all about distraction. The politics is about distraction. is all about distraction. Hardly anything constructive. So let's prepare to deliver that Lamborghini to Barajagde. Compliments of us here at 107.1.
चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौदरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद लगे चैन सोए रहना नींद लगे चैन सोए रहना चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौदरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद लगे चैन सोए रहना नींद लगे चैन सोए रहना मोरे ससुर जी की दूर दूर महली
Right, here goes Barajagde. We think he deserves this here. He gets the Lamborghini of the year because he is of the view that he deserves one. And we here are caring people at 107.1 FM. And so we have decided to give Barajagde his early Christmas present. We know that he is going to make good usage of it. He will use it to deliver the sort of things that he delivers at his press conference. And this new Ferrari, Lamborghini, will help him talk, will help him do all sort of things so that he can continue to communicate to the Guyanese people. And so we have decided that this Lamborghini that you're seeing on the screen, please do not call anybody's name. I know personally look like somebody that you guys were familiar with until the little slim down thing, but that's okay. That's okay. So this is for Jack Dale because there seem to be this politics of distraction, politics of stupidity, politics of nonsense. It happens all the time under the PPP regime. You cannot get a breathing space. Well, of course, the donkey can't breathe. We can see that. We obviously can see that there. And so that's what Guyana has been reduced to. This is the level of politics Guyana has been reduced to. And you cannot turn your television on for the most part, or even one of their press conferences to hear something edifying, something that really makes sense. How would you be able to develop? I was all going to say like Jock did, develop the country. How can the country move forward? But it's always bickering. It's always some nonsensical thing. It's always some stupidity. It's always something. And in my opinion, it is pretty obvious that Jack Deere cannot contain himself. He cannot control himself. He's a loose cannon. He is a very petty individual. They got some of them, quite a few of them in politics like that too. Very petty. He's very vindictive. He's a conniving individual. He's a Katahar. He's a Korhi. He's a Chamar. He's a whatever else. He's a Lungira. He's a Tere Kabur, Nanika Chod, Tere Kabur. If any one of you tell me what this means, he's a Tere Kabur, Nanika Chodor. That is what he is. He's a Katahar, he's a Kor, he's a Chamar. Yes, so he got the lump donkey tonight. He deserves it. And so at his next press conference, he will be what he is. And he will continue to do what he has been doing for many years now at that very press conference. Let's go over, and we want to be fair because now that he has gotten his his donkey Lamborghini or whatever, we want to hear exactly what he has to say because, giving him a chance to say what he has to say, we'll give him a call and find out exactly what he has to say about this gift that we have given to him. Lemon, if you can patch Barajagde on the line so we can talk to him. Is he on the line? Hi, good night, Jagdeo. Yeah. Good night. And we're glad that you're able to join us here on 107.1 FM. How are you feeling right now about the gift that we just sent to you there? Oh, yeah, we're glad that you're happy, but we have some other things that we want to talk to you about, Barajak Dale. What's going on with GPL? Nothing much. So what's going on with Gaisuko workers? And we haven't been hearing much about them at all. Have you guys neglected the sugar workers? What's happening? Ah, I see. I see. Yeah. And what's happening in terms of cost of living? Since you guys have gotten into office, the cost of living has gone I. Can you talk to us? What are your plans? What's your party's plans as it pertains to cost of living in the country? So there's no plans. What about unemployment? It has gone way high. I, not just high. What is your party doing as it pertains to the unemployment? It's rampant. It's gone to a level that we have never seen before. So, Mr. Jack, there, your party, do you guys have a plan for unemployment? Okay, that's a long explanation. The explanation is so long. What about the bauxite industry? What about something for the people in Linden, in Ituni, in Kwakwani? What are some of the plans you have? Because we haven't been hearing anything about real plans to move Guyana forward. No plans. Absolutely no plans. So we understand that. What about old age pension? What's happening there? Lemon, can you turn up 1 second, please, Mr. Jack Deere? Yeah. Go ahead, Lemon. Yes. So, Jack Deere, what are the plans that you guys have for pensioners? So you guys have absolutely no proper plans for the country. And so when you sit there at your press conference, there's nothing, absolutely nothing at all. Quickly before we go, though, we know it's Friday night and you probably have to go around by the cathedral and pick up your little thing and do your little thing and these sort of things. I'm not knocking you. You got to do what you are accustomed doing, right? So what's your message for Guyanese for this Christmas? You want them, they're going to collect cash grants and all these sort of things. So that's what's going on. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your time as we interviewed Bara Jagdeo, probably for the first time there on 107.1 FM. And we heard the major plans that they have for Guyana. That is the sort of plans that they have for Guyana. There's really nothing, absolutely nothing other than the airhead sitting at this press conference. And that's all he has to say. There is nothing. And until we come to realize that it's the politics of distraction, stupidity. That is what we're seeing right now. And guess what? The ordinary folks are punishing. They might get a little stop by there, a little quick photograph with some other folks, and that's it. It's done with. But the people want plans. The people want to know what are the plans? What are some sort of hope that young people would have in these sort of? That is what people want. I don't buy into this thing that some of you say money got make. It's more than just money got make. Of course, money got make. But you want a bright future for your children. You want a safe country in law and order and all these things. So when individuals are gunned down and all these things, they're brought to justice. The perpetrators are brought to justice and these things, not covering up by the police force and all these different things. And because some have money, they're above the law until the law is no longer with them, right? And so people who have money, they can do anything. The police can stop them. They could cuss out the police and they could say, carry a paiso, right? All manner of things they can tell the police and nothing happens because they get a little money or they're connected to the corrupt PPP regime. All these things are happening. Anyways, good night and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshab. All right, so hey, there's another thing that I want to talk to you about. And I was going to interview Anil, but I'm like, should we interview Anil or not? Is Anil there? Yeah, he is, right? So Anil Nandalal last week said that this week, this is what he said, guys. Last week, Anil said that there will be more. Look, it's right there. Thank you, Lemon. More extradition requests expected next week. Well, next week is this week, all of this week. It's Friday already. And nobody has asked Anil, where are those extradition requests? Where are those requests? Anil, like those extradition requests in your pie or what? We're not seeing it. We haven't heard it. But look, guess what? I don't know. But for some reason, I'm hearing, because this guy delivered a Marshall badge to him, a complimentary, of course, souvenir. And Anil likes these sort of souvenirs, right? So he meets with these guys and he promises them X, Y, and Z. And there are lots of things, but we're not going to say anything tonight other than discuss this particular issue. So when the head of the Eastern, District U.S. Marshal, and that guy is the head. And guess what else? Um, he's also, his father was Guyanese, right? His father is now deceased, but his father was Guyanese. And so Anil thought that he would have a warm relationship with this guy. But it is my opinion, based on how things are going, that Anil is probably taking this guy for a ride. And I hope this senior U.S. Marshal, I hope he understands by now with who he is playing with in Guyana. Now, he wasn't born in Guyana, but at least he should understand the culture. And that the time that he has been spending with Anil, whether it is worth the taxpayers of the United States of America money, time, to go down there, to meet with Anil, and then to make requests to Anil, and then there's nothing fruitful. The best time that these guys had was actually under the coalition government. And so far, there has been nothing delivered to them by this guy, Anil, and his government. Nothing at all. So, sir, just be careful. Anil said last week that, guess what? That more extradition requests expected. But I suspect, mind you, that Anil is already in receipt of more extradition requests, but maybe for obvious reasons. They have to make sure that they look for the individuals. But when Anil said last week that that this coming week that they will have more extradition requests, he was basically signaling to individuals. Some of them already know who they are. And so guess what? Some of them already beat out to Brazil. Some beat out to Venezuela. The Colombian guy was rushing out as quickly as possible to join some of his friends in Brazil. And then another one, customary, usual suspect, always beating out to Suriname. So the guys them scattered. So I suspect that Anil is in receipt of those extradition requests. And so to gather the police, and this is how it's going to operate, mind you, because y'all think Guyana easy, right? So this is how it is. So when Anil signaled that there are extradition requests coming soon, whether it's for any of these guys, five of them now, 5 out of the 6. The one without a picture hasn't been caught as yet. We don't know. I mean, the folks don't know where he is. And so 5 of them. So the question is, are these the 5 folks extradition request for? Now, if these are the 5, and there may be others, there may be senior police officer. They may be a former government official. Who knows? Who knows? But my concern basically is that for Anil, who is supposed to be the Attorney General, making that bold announcement that by this week, and he said last week that, and this is why I said, he said last week, he said, this is what he said, guys, that more extradition requests expected next week. So now if he sat with these guys and discussed the issue, and they may have already, the extradition request may have already been sent to Guyana. But because the government, this PPP regime, and senior members of the Guyana Police Force, they have a history of giving that information to the wanted individuals. And so Anil might again, he knows what he's doing. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, again, I'm saying that he has already received the extradition request, but the culprits have already skipped tongue. In other words, as we say in Guyana, them banners beat out. They're gone because they were tipped off. And now let us look at it from this standpoint now. Where are these guys, Lemon? So let us say the extradition warrants are for these guys who, of course, they have to be indictments in order for an extradition warrant. Well, sometimes it could be a crime committed, but you don't necessarily have to. So let me correct that part. You don't have to be indicted. You don't have to be indicted on crimes before you're extradited. So, is it these guys? So if it's Hemnat Saw, the senior police officer who is linked to the PPP, and they know where he is, they have been very silent. If it's him, could we see him being arrested bright and early Monday morning or over this weekend? What about Randolph Duncan? Well, I don't know. Yeah, where is Randolph Duncan? He probably fluent in Spanish, so maybe he beat out. What about Paul Darby Jr.? Well, he is set to still be in Guyana, unless he is preparing to beat out. What about Mark Cromwell, also known as Demon? Is he beat out already? He gone east by anti-boat landing? What are they? Now, these are people who are connected. These are folks who are connected to the PPP regime. These are folks who are connected to senior, very, very senior police officers. They haven't fallen out with the PPP. So definitely, since they didn't fall out with the PPP, definitely the PPP is going to protect them. And once the PPP is going to protect them, senior members, maybe Hekin and others, maybe Caesar, oh yes, Caesar and others, or maybe the crime chief, who knows, maybe they will get the protection from those guys in the police force, since they're getting the covering from the PPP regime. It is extended to the police force, and that's how the PPP operates. Remember Jack Davis talking about Pablo Escobar-like situation in Guyana, something Jack Dio, has created. And so when Anil said last week that there will be new stuff this week, extradition request, he was basically signaling to those in the underworld that Deh Pon more coming in next week, those who suspect to be who they, and of course, that to me, in my opinion, it was a signal. And so when the U.S. Marshal discussed these things, of course, they would know ahead of time, Anil would know ahead of time that extradition requests are on their way to Guyana. And when they reach to Guyana, they'll have to stop at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs sent to Anil's chambers. Anil will review, and then the decision would be made to um, for arrest to be made, and the individual or individuals in this case, quite a few, will have to be brought before a magistrate, as what we saw with the Mohammeds. They were swooped up, they were picked up, and they were rushed at Ivleri, where they were questioned. And immediately after that, because Anil and them, they had their plans. It's all about the plan. It's all about some scheme. And so some folks may say that the plan backfired. No, it was done exactly how they wanted it to. So if they didn't trust that magistrate, if this issue was not discussed with the magistrate. Now we're big people, man. We're not stupid people. Unlike what Jack Dale thinks, we're not stupid people. Do you think they are going to take that magistrate all the way from Diamond? And now y'all put on y'all thinking cap. A lot of you guys are brilliant people. Read between the lines. Something is fishy all around. And the people, all of them are playing games with you guys, mind games with you guys. Now you think that they are going to take that magistrate out of her magisterial district, Diamond area, and tell her that she got Georgetown, right? Georgetown, to handle this case of the Mohammed's extradition. They have other magistrates right there in Georgetown. All of them, they're right there in Georgetown. Senior magistrates are sitting right there. But they knew the time and the day and the hour they were going to execute this plan. And a lot of you out there, oh, yeah. Y'all ain't reading this thing right, you know. I keep telling all you, read this game correctly. Don't allow emotions because you support one side and you're against this other side and you support that other side and bombs gonna raise. You've got to sit back, regardless of who you support. You got to sit back and observe and analyze this thing correctly, you know, because y'all are being played from both sides. Y'all are being played. So now let's get back to this magistrate. They picked up the Mohammeds. Was planned. Jagdeo had this thing well planned out, how he wanted this thing to happen. Anil knew of the plan, but Anil wasn't 100% with this plan. Because remember, Anil is on the side of Irfan. Irfan is a bit sympathetic towards the Mohammeds for reasons, whether it's religious reasons or family friendship. Because remember, Azruddin said that Irfan and him, as a Muslim brother to another Muslim, yeah, Alan picked it up, right? As a Muslim to a Muslim brother to another Muslim brother. However, so when they cooked this thing up, right? Anil, I suspect, knew about what transpired. So when they cooked this thing up was to bring the magistrate from Diamond to Georgetown. And they gave Jagdeo all assurances that everything will be okay. And this time, Anil and them probably know that everything wouldn't be okay. And so they decided, they told Jagdeo that, no, man, no. And the magistrate is supposed to be Jagdeo's friend, you know, or at least was Jagdeo's friend. And so they brought that magistrate to do exactly that. $150,000 bail. It was planned. It was well planned out and worked out. And I suspect that Anil knows of that plan, because 50% of the PPP guys, them at Freedom House, do not want the Mohammeds to be extradited. And Jagdeo and his gang, which includes, what's his name? Critic, right? And that's why Critic behaves like that, because Jagdeo, he works for Jagdeo. Gives the impression that, oh, he has contacts and the US says this and the US says that. Of course, y'all know he snitch out on them, Mohammeds and them. And so he might got to go if ever and whenever that time comes as one of the witnesses, right? And so these guys are not brilliant. So they sell themselves out. They give up themselves. They sell themselves out, right? And so that is exactly what played out. They're gangstering the nation all around. And some of you, because of, I'm not insulting people when I say because of emotions, but one day y'all will come to the realization of what is really happening in Guyana. And there are people, when you think that they are actually for you, one day you guys will come to that realization. I hope it's soon, though, because Guyana is bleeding. Guyana is suffering. I hope it's soon. But all around, you guys are being played. All around. Some wouldn't accept it because maybe some on the payroll, but some wouldn't accept it. And you know the Mohammeds already, they don't make joke. Once you're on their payroll, they don't make joke. They don't make joke. Somebody said, somebody for T Mohammed or some whatever it is, said this individual, well, this individual is a real PPP grass for truth. A real uneducated PPP grass. Her name is Indira. Indira from quarantine. So she on big one now. And apparently, like she take the money from them Mohammeds and them. And she now cussing the Mohammeds. So the Mohammeds them say, wait. You cussing we? You know that Mohammeds don't make joke, right? Once you take the thing and you cuss them, they go tell the public that you take the money and this is what's going on. So now, this woman here now getting a dose, and rightfully so, because you can't take the people their money and then go out cussing them now, like Critic. The other day I saw a critic saying that, that he must be the only one. You go and eat with them people. You drink with them people. Then people give you money for start up your business, money for this, money for that. Like that guy is a madman or what? You're there with the people, you take the people thing, you take the people money, you eat their food, you exercise with them, you drive around with them. All these manner of things. And then you coming telling the nation, telling people that you never, you're probably the only one that the Mohammeds couldn't buy. The Mohammeds bought you. They bought you, Critic. They give you money for your business, 150 million or whatever, you start up business. They give you equipment. They give you all sorts of things. They give you food. You never eat fancy food. And people say you never eat fancy food. You never eat with a fork in your life yet. You're custom eating from your hand with your long fingernails and all these sort of things. You never know about kerchief. You never know about napkins and these sort of things. You never know about salad. You never. The only thing that came close to salad for you is the purine leaf. When you knock 7 curry and you eat out the 7 curry and eat out the leaf and you start chatting your hand. That's the only thing. So don't come and bluff this nation, but you are the only person that the Mohammeds couldn't buy because there are more things that are worth more than money. The money can't buy. You are bought. Is who you fooling by? This what kind of, I couldn't believe. I said like these banners here, what you call them? Like they're suffering from some sort of sickness, man. Bipolar or something is wrong with them. Just imagine. The Mohammeds, they mine you. They fed you. They give you this. They give you that. All sorts of things. You went hunting. They were the best thing since sliced bread. They mind you, they take care of you. They send you for cut off your 2 sons, them. Operations. Make you feel a little light. And then now you're coming telling people, but there's one thing that money can't buy. Money can't buy you. Money bought you. Money bought you. But, sorry about that. Money bought him, right? Take a look at it.
Who's that one? Low lights and hungry bellies.
You know, just like that, them banners, but money can't buy him. And then everybody, as long as you don't agree with these pakus on their views about the Mohammeds, money money too. So everybody get paid. Everybody get paid except Critic. Everybody. All you got to do is you say something, and he tried that with me, but wrong person, right? When they were trying to link the Mohammed Zem to that gas station stuff. How you going to link them on something that you don't have any evidence on? But you want people to agree with you because y'all have a personal war that's going on. And because we here at 107.1 FM, we took a position that you can't blame the Mohammeds for the gas station crap. How you going to blame the Mohammeds when you don't have any evidence? But because we said you can't blame the Mohammeds, go demand bombs race. And so he start abuse me now. Everybody's being paid by the Mohammeds except him. When he eat, he drink, he all sorts of things. He must say wee all on the Mohammeds in bed. He must say wee all inside them people pool. But he's the only one. There's something money can't buy. It's a crapper like him, money can't buy. Money buy he. Pump station money buy he. All kind of thing buy he. So he got to go out there and spit nonsense. Personal war. He got to spit nonsense on behalf of Jack Dio. So now, when they arrested the Mohammeds, they knew exactly what the plan was. They knew exactly what that plan was. I'm telling all you, they knew what that plan was, so don't let them fool you. All around is a game being played. You don't think the Mohammeds don't know what's going on, do you know? Don't think so. Don't think for a moment, for the most part, that they don't know what's going on. All you go and learn. I keep telling all you go and learn about what's happening in Guyana and being packaged as politics. Take a listen.
Justify to You got any questions? You got to get for us something to the Media Association before you ask anybody.
Whoever you says that. Whoever you says that, Chief.
You're an ungrateful motherfucker. You know, you are one of the most ungrateful fucking dog ever lived on the face of this earth. And if you bother me, I cuff you in your fucking face. People feed you, people mind you. They're the worst of the freaking dog. The dog, they don't know people are straight. Of course.
It's Critic that Now again, the Mohammeds them though, you don't take the Mohammeds money them and talk about them, you know, bad about them. If you're taking the Mohammeds money, you got to talk good about them. And when this man, Nazar Mohammed, had that to say about Critic, and then Critic coming to tell people that he's the only man the money can, but give us a break, man. If it wasn't for taking people's money, what's his name? Critic would have been selling dog food next to Freedom House. Because, you know, he used to walk around with a little tray selling sweetie, maybe front or inside. And then he go on Sheriff Street and he starts some tire thing. He helping some man with a little piece of thing there, pumping air into tires. So he moved from pumping air, he moved from selling sweetie and cigarette in front Freedom House to pumping air. A man give him a little break. Read between the lines, and then he got pumping tires. And then years later, he coming out telling himself he's a big man and nobody there's and you're a Lungera, boy. You're a Lungera. And so he moved from pumping tires to pump station, where millions upon millions of Guyanese taxpayers' money is unaccounted for. Millions of taxpayers' money. And then with the same breath, after, quote unquote, robbing the nation blindly, he now against the Mohammed, who he claiming now robbed the nation too. Sorry about that. I know I have a silly conservative old man laugh, laugh like, right? Hey, Guyana is not a real place. Guyana is not a real place. Just imagine, Critics didn't deliver, right? He hustled the nation, robbed the nation with the pump station money, and now he vexed and saying that the Mohammed robbed the nation too, right? Sorry about that, but France, when me old man laugh, right? Hey, these people gotta be bipolar for real, you know. The Mohammeds them should take back their Godi money they pay for the operations. And I don't know, man, but Guyana is a strange place. So now the Mohammeds them now, this one here now, this PPP girl, a setter. I don't know what is called a thing when you really don't look good, but you use what filters, right? Oh gosh. Now this girl make filters look bad. Even the chap at the back, we don't know he don't shine like that. But she make this look. She and Jack there. Look, oh guys, girls' night out. Look, and so she now cussing the Mohammeds because I don't take the Mohammeds' money and cuss them, you know, because they gonna expose you. I repeat, you don't take the Mohammeds' money and cuss them because they're gonna expose you. Y'all know what's saying there, right? Somebody saying now that it's AI image. How this gonna be AI image? Look, this person named Meiji. They must have called him Maji. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same Indira, you know. Indira Jafar Ali, that's her name from quarantine. She thinks she's a big bad wolf. She was not so long during elections time, a big strapping African Guyanese man she was slap. She was slap he. Right? She was slap he. I don't know if I remember that story. She can't even talk proper English. And look, somebody saying that this is AI image. That gotta be she because she got a set of Facebook pages, you know. Anyways, she talk about the Mohammeds them, and the Mohammeds them now somebody said, look, this individual here, Indira, she get a profile picture thing now, she name Indira Indi. But she didn't name no Indira Indi. She named Indira or Indira Jafar Ali from quarantine, right? And she get enough contracts, more contracts probably than Godi man, you know? Yeah, more contracts than Godi man. Look, I will take one break, man. I will come back.
How we gonna do a Godi man walk right now? You ready? Fuck, so let me go now. Hear me sing now. Godi walk, Godi walk, Godi walk, everything. Godi walk, truck, Godi walk, Godi walk, Godi walk, everything. Godi.
You know, good. So we had to sing that one to them. And so these are the people. So the Muhammad people have now say, hey, this individual bashing the Muhammad day and night. She never mentioned how she take the 600,000 and the iPhone. Right? Oh, she take the Muhammad's money and she want to cost the Muhammad's. Right? When you take the Muhammad's money, you gotta praise them, you know. The minute you start cost them, they're gonna do you just like how they do critic and all of them. So she deserved this. So you gotta take the people money, you take the people iPhone and all kind of thing, and you want to bash the people. So now the Mohammeds said, look, you take the $600,000, you take the iPhone from the same Mohammed help you when the people refuse and all kind of thing. All because her family getting contracts now. So now because she getting contracts, she doesn't care. Taxpayers' money. Y'all go on the quarantine. Talk to people on the quarantine and I go find out exactly what's going on there. So the Mohammeds right for Ouche, in a sense, bring her out like this and say, look, you're taking the people money and you want to bash them. Give back the people them the iPhone and the $600,000 and now you're bashing them. You don't take the Mohammed's money and bash them. Right? Oh, yeah. This, as Kadaki would say, right? Kadaki would say, oh, God, this one more people. Right? Good night again to all of you. My name is Mark Benjap. I didn't even realize it's after 10 in Guyana. It's after 10, man. And, you know, y'all know it's Friday. Wayne Caesar, duck and run by, but he did send a note. Wayne should have been on. He did send a note to say that had a late day at work. Looky there, right there. He just sent a note and he came right back. He said, easy lesson, Guyanese. Stop selling your souls for money. Please stop eating the king's meat. Thank you so much, Wayne Caesar. Guys, Wayne Caesar has his program tomorrow. It's called Over to You. Join him tomorrow on Over to You, right here on 107.1 FM. But before we go tonight, I want to remind you guys, be observant of what is happening. You've got to be observant of what is happening, guys. Be observant. Be observant. Do not be used. And then when you look at the fighting, right? Look at who and who is fighting who. Pulling down this, that, you're this and that. At the end of the day, y'all will come to the realization that most of y'all are being used. And when you get caught up, and then the feds decided to pick some of you guys up and flip y'all. Well, anyways, let me don't talk anything else. I'm out of here. Tomorrow, did I say when the feds pick them up and flip them, whether they're coming through the airport or wherever they are? Trust me, a lot of that is happening, but some people ain't gonna want to tell you that. They're gonna want to admit that, of course. And I don't give them blame to tell you that they've been flipped by the feds. I'm out of here, guys. Wayne Caesar is on tomorrow, and Over to You. God bless you. Have a great weekend, and I'll probably be watching Wayne Caesar, and I probably am going to be in the letters in the comment section sometimes with you. It's good to spend time on the other side of Ben Shop Radio. But for now, I'm out of here. God bless you, and we've got to pray for our nation. Quindon Bacchus, there is no justice there. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. All right. God bless you all. Keith Beresford and stuff, and all of you guys. So long. Be safe and continue to pray for Guyana.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout, and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fear with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Barretons too. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US, and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up.